105 kilograms weighted pull-up, 55 kilograms muscle-up. These numbers belong to the athlete who outsmarted strength training, Filip Sauli. At just 76 kilograms body weight, Filip has built insane pulling strength. But what's even crazier is how he trains. His workouts look almost too simple, yet they produce world-class results. In this video, I'll break down exactly how he trains, the philosophy behind it, and how you can apply the same principles to reach elite pulling strength. Filip doesn't follow a written program. There's no spreadsheet and no fixed sets or reps planned in advance. How hard he trains depends entirely on how recovered he feels that day, which is a big reason he can train often without burning out. Filip trains in short cycles, usually 3 to 4 days long. After a hard session, the next day is almost never hard again. If he's sore, he either rests completely or does just one very light set to get blood flowing and speed up recovery. If he feels good, the next session might be light or similar, and only when he feels fully ready does he go hard again. Most of his hardest sessions end up on the weekend, when he has the most time and energy. The difference between hard days and easy days is clear. On hard days, he trains very close to failure, sometimes all the way. He usually has a rough idea of the weight and rep range he wants, but nothing is written down. On easy days, there are no rules. The session is random, playful, and done purely for enjoyment. His exercise selection is extremely minimal. Filip only does muscle-ups, pull-ups, and running. There are no accessory exercises and no isolation work. He literally even skips push workouts. His logic is simple. If you want to be strong at specific movements, you should spend most of your time practicing those exact movements. When he feels good, he warms up using bodyweight muscle-ups only. If he feels stiff or beat up, he'll use bands or soft tissue work. After warming up, he adds weight and performs hard sets of weighted muscle-ups, followed by weighted pull-ups. Even though his training is intuitive, it's not random. Over time, there's a clear progression from higher reps with lighter weight to lower reps with heavier weight. He also trains the one-arm pull-up, but only on easy or rest days. This way of training is pretty uncommon, which brings us to the real question. Why does it work so well? At first glance, Filip's training looks almost too simple. No written program, no accessory work, and no fixed progression plan. But that simplicity is exactly what allows everything else to work. The first reason this approach is so effective is frequency. Filip practices the same movements over and over again. By keeping his exercise selection minimal, he can train pull-ups and muscle-ups multiple times per week without constantly beating himself into the ground. This frequency helps his muscles adapt to the exercise and focus only on getting stronger. The second reason it works is intensity management. Filip doesn't train hard every day, and the hard sessions only happen when he feels fully recovered. This keeps fatigue under control and allows his nervous system and connective tissues to adapt instead of breaking down. In other words, he's not chasing soreness, he's chasing repeatable performance. Another key factor is specificity. Filip is strong at pull-ups and muscle-ups because that's exactly what he trains. He doesn't dilute his recovery with exercises that don't directly carry over. Instead of trying to be well-rounded, he's highly specialized, which leads to faster and more reliable progress in those movements. He builds volume first, then gradually adds weight, and only pushes maximal efforts when his body is ready. This makes his training sustainable, which is something most rigid programs fail at over time. Though this would not work if he didn't prioritize recovery as well. High volume only works when intensity is controlled, and intensity only works when recovery is prioritized. By eating and sleeping like an athlete, and by using easy days instead of forcing rest. The biggest mistake people make when trying to copy this style is focusing only on the heavy days. Filip earned his heavy numbers by spending years mastering the basics at submaximal intensities. So how do you actually apply this? You stop trying to train everything at once. Pick 1 or 2 pulling movements and make them your priority. If your goal is weighted pull-ups, then most of your training should revolve around pull-ups, not 10 different back exercises. You train them often, but you don't go all out every time. Have hard days where you push close to failure, and a lot of easier days where you're just practicing the movement. That frequency is what builds skill and strength without burning you out. You also earn heavy weight through volume. Before chasing low-rep maxes, build high-rep strength at body weight or light load. And lastly, you respect recovery. If you can't train the same movement again in a day or two, you did too much. Now here's some tips that could actually help you increase your weighted pull-up instantly.